Hello and welcome to a new video. We are, as you can see, at a Ford dealer today, and that's not without reason, because in this video today we are gonna pick up a very interesting car, which is not for me, but I'm gonna help do a lot of stuff with it, and it's gonna be this nice thing, a Ford eTransit that my friend and his dad bought. And this is supposed to become a camper van. A fully electric camper van. We're gonna go through all of the specs of the car in just a sec, but I can already tell you it has got pretty high options in there, a lot of options. It's got the Pro Power onboard system, it's got the two 12-volt batteries that come with it, it's got electric side door on the other side, it's got the digital rearview mirror, which you can see with the camera that's back here in the center of the car, I think. Yeah, that's the digital rearview mirror camera. It's got the height 3 and length 3, so it's not the largest one, but one of the largest. Like the one down from top, because this is still 3.5 tons of max weight, so everyone with a normal car license can drive it. Otherwise the length 4, height 3 would be 4.2 tons max weight, and then we weren't allowed to drive it, so that would be sad. It's got the big battery, 77 kilowatts gross and 68 usable, I think. It's got the largest motor with, I think it's 150-ish kilowatts, but I would have to look it up. I'm not completely sure. You can DC charge up to 115 or 135 kilowatts. You gotta check that as well. 11 kilowatt onboard charger, and yeah, cruise control adaptive, I think. Not 100% sure, but we're gonna check for that. Yeah, it's still charging at my friends inside the dealer to talk to them and get the keys and everything set up, and then we're just gonna hop in there in just a sec. It continued to rain even more, and I checked the details of the car. So it's 115 kilowatts of DC charging, which is not too much, but okay, and 100 kilowatts nominal power of the motor, but I think that's going up to 135 peak, so not 150, but at least 135. That's okay. 130 kilometers per hour top speed, also not too bad. We just took delivery. They're just getting the last details and getting shown around the car, and as soon as that's done, we're gonna hop in there, maybe directly, maybe later. I'm not sure if I'm driving, when I'm driving, or what's going on. And yeah, then we'll see and plan where we need to charge and stuff. So that's happening in just a sec. We're sitting inside the car and we are at not completely fully charged, maybe 80-ish%, but that's not too bad. 184 kilometers of range is okay. You can see the nice infotainment system. That's pretty large, I would say. That's pretty cool. Pro Power on board. A lot of cup holders, of course, as we know from Ford Pro vehicles. We got a nice glove box in here. You can fold the mirrors really tight. That's pretty nice. What else do we have? Digital rearview mirror. There's a truck behind us doing stuff. Pro Power onboard is active. That's pretty nice. We got a 360 camera in here. You can activate that while you are parked or slow. There you can see the huge charging plug that's plugged into the front of the car. But that's pretty cool. That's a lot of options in here. I think park assist is here as well. You got your nice infotainment system. You can even use CarPlay, Android Auto and stuff. I think you can even install apps, but you need to connect to the car. Yeah, a lot of stuff. We're gonna find out all of that while we are driving it. Otherwise, materials pretty much only hard plastic, nothing foamed or soft touchy, but that's how you would expect it from a Ford Pro vehicle. You got a lot of storage space. Also, here is a place to put your key. That's the place for the key. You got a nice 12 volt and USB-C up there. Then you also have 12 volt and USB-A down here, and 230 volt AC with max 10 amps down there. There's a little center console cubby that's kind of wobbly, I would say. Nice, very long AC charging cable. That's cool because you can park far away from your charger and still reach it. A lot of storage space here. You have storage space, or another cup holder down there, another cup holder over there behind the steering wheel or next to it, and in the door. And there's just so much storage in here. Even more storage up here, and the largest sun blinds the world has ever seen. Now you can also see the nice digital rearview mirror there, because you can't look out the back at the moment. Even more space up there. That's so crazy. You've got so much storage space in here. We gotta check out the speaker system later on, if that's okay or not. And there you can set if the mirrors should automatically like fold in, maybe, hopefully. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, anyway, a lot of stuff to discover here. Let's find out. It's got automatic high beams and set the exiting time to more than 10 seconds in the light, so it stays on for longer. Feedback. Yeah, okay. That's all nice. Yeah, we gotta find out more what the car can do, or the van, I should say, and how it drives, and all of that is coming up in just a sec. And off we go, the first bit of driving in the eTransit, with us outside just having a look at that. Really good. So awesome. It's gonna go into the service again because there is a piece of mold below the hood, so we don't want that to be there. They're gonna clean it up and then we're gonna head out. Okay, so you can see we got almost 200 kilometers of range indicated. We're not sure how correct that is, so we're gonna plan with a bit less. I put in Domersheim as our destination location, basically, so we have a general direction. And let's check charging time for where we want to charge. I think 150-ish kilometers would be pretty good. In 162 there would be a Pfalzwerke charger with 6 charging plugs. Also, you can filter your charging speed and your number of plugs over there. I showed you that in previous videos already. But that is, yeah, 300 to 150 kilowatt chargers, Burger King there, and a bit more stuff. I think that would be a pretty good stop. We can still adjust on the way, but let's plan the stop. We could share it with the Ford if I had app access, but I don't. So yeah, and also remember you can get a almost 30% off the annual premium subscription of Charging Time with my code Niko30. You can download the app with the link down in the description, and all the other infos and all the details you can find in my EX30 video. So yeah, I would say let's go to Pfalzwerke in 162 kilometers. And if that's too close, then we can still bail out maybe in Alzey at Aligo or Frankenthal, Pfalzwerke, something like that. There are enough options there. And also we just look for chargers that are 1.5 kilometers away from the highway maximum. So we could, with a bit more deviation, still go somewhere else. And then it's only 57 kilometers to go to our destination. So I would say that is a pretty good plan for now. And let's just see how the car or how the van will like consume its energy. And with the weather that we have, with the rain and wind, I'm not sure how exactly how correct those 190 kilometers really are. We just put in the address of the charger I found in charging time. Sadly, I wasn't able to send the address to the vehicle. I would have expected this to work, that I can just share the address to the Ford Pro Pass app and then it sends it to the car. But either the app doesn't support that or the feature isn't enabled yet because I just signed into the app and it didn't realize that it was possible. I gotta check that. But then I just put the address in here and looked for chargers nearby, and then we found the Pfalzwerke charger. Let's choose that, and it looks for a route. Yep, and we can delete that. So that's great. And then it should say 160 kilometers. Looking good. 1 hour and 49 minutes to go. Let's see with how much we're gonna arrive there. We're at 82, 81%, something like that right now. So yeah, let's see how far those indicated 190-ish, 200-ish kilometers really take us. Currently it's 36 kilometers of buffer. If we need to stop beforehand, then we're just gonna bail out and plug in somewhere else. But let's see. We are just about to exit the highway here because there is Aligo and I want something to eat from Burger King, and then we can just quickly top up the transit a bit, because why not? Right, we are at Aligo. Over there is the transit. We're gonna pull that into here so we can charge here with 150 kilowatts. We're gonna show him he's gotta go over there. Looking good, coming in not so hot, and then we can just plug in here at the 150 kilowatt station. That should be enough for the 115 the transit can do, so that's all right. So let's get that pulled in here and plug it in momentarily. I'm just gonna authorize that real quick and then we can start charging. I just authorized and we're plugging in. Come on. Looking good. Connected. You can see that's turning blue and it's communicating. Contactors are going. We're still at 50% state of charge, but I want to get something to eat, and while we're here anyway, we can also just take the power. 21 seconds normally communication time. Yeah, looking good. Contactors are going and we are ramping up, going up to 40, 50, 55, 80 kilowatts. 86 kilowatts for 50% is pretty good, I would say. Nice. Let's go get something to eat. While we are here to charge, let's have a quick look into the back of the Transit. I mean, it's nothing special. It's just a Transit, as everyone knows it. But it's pretty large. I can stand here without any problems, and there's a lot of room above my head. It's also quite long. It's height 3, length 3. So it's the large one. The one down from top, as I said, length could be more, but yeah, doesn't work because of weight things. But other than that, it's a pretty good size. You get a lot of stuff in here. If you add a shower and a kitchen and a bed and a table and some chairs or some seats, more or less, then this should be really good to camp in and to drive further away and just sleep in here. We're now, let's have a look in the cabin for the consumption on this leg for now. Let's see, I think it doesn't show over here, but in here it should show consumption stats and so on. Let's see, driver assistance, navigation, radio, phone, trip, board computer 1. I think we didn't reset computer 1. Let's see, number 2, yeah, 91 kilometers, 48 kilometers per hour on average. But what's the consumption? No, I don't want to reset that. Where can I show the consumption here? Should be somewhere in there, I would guess. That's all. Only setting information. Nope. Trip stats. I would think it is somewhere in here, but here. You can configure what it should show. Energy efficiency. Yes. Now go back. Yes, there we can see it. 28 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. That's not too bad for that big of a vehicle. I don't know what we had in the Tesla, but I guess it's around 20, maybe a bit below. Still, 28 is pretty good. We're done charging, just unplugging. Let's close up this little flap here, this up top, and close it. Nice. Let's jump back in and head on. Good thing we just swapped drivers, and there you can see the reversing camera from all the way up top. Let's reverse back out without hitting anything. Looking pretty good. Selecting D, and with L you can enable one pedal driving. That's also pretty nice. Gotta test that out later, see how good it works. We are charged up to, let me see, charging settings 77%.
Abbiegen, dann in die erste Straße rechts abbiegen.
And navigation starts talking like crazy.
Den Kreisverkehr an der zweiten Ausfahrt verlassen.
And you can't go to the home screen, to the map, while it shows you anything.
Den Kreisverkehr an der zweiten Ausfahrt verlassen und auf die A63 fahren.
Straight ahead. Yes, awesome. From sitting in the passenger seat, I would say it's driving really nice, really smoothly. I also got something to drink there. Big chunky boy, but drives nicely. A bit boomy in the back, I would say. But of course, now it's empty, so there's a lot of jumping around, I would guess. Because it's supposed to, and it pulls away quite well. Pretty nice. Awesome, up to 100 kilometers an hour. And it can go 130. So yeah, let's continue on going, and I'm gonna give you more thoughts later on. We are just about to exit the highway. Just over here, about maybe 2 kilometers more to go to the charger. We're also gonna charge the Model 3 there, which is right behind us, which we can see in the mirror because it's a camera mirror, and you can see that from every angle. That's pretty cool. So yeah, 2 kilometers to go to the Pfalzwerke charger, which is somewhere over there at a Hornbach, I think. We got 2 150 kilowatt plugs and one with 300 kilowatts. Let's see if we can get that to work, or if it's available. I'm gonna check that in just a sec. And if not, then we're just gonna go to another Hornbach Pfalzwerke charger, which is maybe 500 meters further away, but that would be a good option as well. We're currently at consumptions of 36 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers on the highway, so that's pretty high. But we also drove like 100. First we drove with 118, which is top speed, apparently, and then we drove with about 100. I think the first average speed was 103, 104, and the second average speed was 84 there. So yeah, pretty interesting. Let's go to the charger and see what speeds we can get there. If it's going to go up to 115 kilowatts with about 35% state of charge, or if we would need to go even lower in state of charge. It is kind of a bit of a challenge to get to the chargers because there are some cars parked, and the plug-in hybrid charging AC and the Leaf charging AC as well. So we're just going to go here from the back to the hypercharger, and the Tesla is going to plug in from the other side, and then we should be good to go. We're just going to go as close to the charger as we can. Then we can see here in the camera, and yeah. All right, let's see. We can open up our charge board here and get those flaps away. Let's see. Let's hope the cable reaches. That's quite a bit of distance. Let's see. Oh wow, that's gonna be real tight. Model 3 is just communicating and authenticating already. Contactors are going and we're charging here. That's looking quite good. Let's see what speeds we get in the Model 3. Ramping up to full speed, hopefully. Yes, 100, 107, 115, 122. We can already get some juice in there while we're authenticating the eTransit. 144 is probably about all we can get from the charger, but that's all right. Let's authorize the second DC plug, CCS plug, and plug in the eTransit, because the 300 has 62 kilowatts of shadow charging and another CCS, which is already in use. The 300 kilowatt charger just got available. So let's disable auto hold for this and disable the parking brake. Then we can creep back and go over to the other charger as close as we can. Give me the camera again so I can see where I'm going. All right, looking good. Let's enable auto hold again and go into P and turn off. I think the parking brake should also engage, or do we have to do it manually? I don't know. But now we are parked correctly. Port is open and we can plug in to hopefully get full speed over here. That's still warm from the Model 3. Yeah, let's get this charging. We are ramping up. We just plugged in and we're up to 110 kilowatts. Are we getting the 115? Ramping up really slowly. We are at 363 volts, which is quite low, I would say. Tesla was at 380-ish, I think, at 30%. Of course, now it doesn't show anymore. But yeah, 114, 115. That's all we can get. So 30%, 36% can deliver the full 115 kilowatts that the car can take. Or the van, however you want to call it. That's pretty nice. Awesome. Let's see how long it will hold those speeds. But for now, that's really good. Sadly, you can't see it inside the car. You can only see it on the charger or in the app. I'm not sure. I think in the Ford Pass app you can't see it. And now we're already falling down a bit. So you, in best case, you want to arrive pretty low at like 10-ish% to charge up to 30-ish with full speed of 115 kilowatts, and then slowly walk your way down until you go to like, what did we get? 60-ish% at 60 at 60, pretty much. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that, but I would say that's not too bad. We're up to 60% and we got us a coffee, and we're down to about 80 kilowatts, which is still pretty fine. 20 kilowatt hours in 13 minutes is okay, you can live with that. Also, that's not a fast road tripper because you want to go camping with that when it's done. So yeah, you gotta go a bit more relaxed on that, but all fine, looking good, charging like it should, pretty nice. We are up to almost 80% and still charging with almost 60 kilowatts, which is pretty good, I would say. Like I said, for a van that's supposed to go on vacation, that's not too bad. We're gonna stop charging right now. Let's see if it stops and unlocks if we stop from the app. That's looking quite good. And it's turning white, but I don't hear the pin unlocking. Let's see if we can get it out. Nope, gotta push it to unlock it. Yep, there we go. And then we can put it back. Cable chaos here. Okay, nice. So let's close this up and put this back in here and close that flap, and then we can just jump in and pull the car around, the van around, so I can get a nice thumbnail. To release the parking brake, push the button. Okay, so we're pushing it, looking quite good. Let's get this boy around and let's unfold the mirrors so I can see the stuff. 360 camera is really nice. Okay, over to drive and into one pedal driving mode, and we're going.
Legen Sie bei der Fahrt zu Ihrer eigenen Sicherheit den Sicherheitsgurt an, das Risiko einer Verletzung oder eines tödlichen Unfalls zu vermeiden.
It's not beeping at me, but it's telling me to buckle up. That's interesting. Okay, 79%. Let's get this parked over here for some nice pictures.
Legen Sie bei der Fahrt zu
Into
Ihrer
reverse.
eigenen Sicherheit den Sicherheitsgurt an, das Risiko einer Verletzung oder eines tödlichen Unfalls zu vermeiden.
Yeah, I'm gonna buckle up in just a sec. I just wanna take a thumbnail picture. I never drive without seatbelt, so that's good. Let's get this button to turn it off, and let's get a thumbnail. So, all right, final thoughts. I drove like 70-ish kilometers now, and it drives so smoothly. As soon as the space behind me is packed with like stuff and walls and the kitchen and everything, then I think the ride is even smoother because there's some weight on the back. Now it's a little bit jumpy, not too much, still really comfortable to drive, but whoops. But you can feel that there is some room for more weight in the back. Otherwise, it's super awesome. It drives 120 max, as I said, and when we look at our consumption, we're at 37 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, so that's a bit much. But for speeding up all the time, and we had some good headwinds and some side winds, I would say for that big of a car, it's not too bad. You can live with that. But yeah, I really like it. I'm really excited to go on longer trips to experience how the road tripping with this is. When you start with a fully charged battery and go all the way down to like 10%, you should get around 200 kilometers out of it. Even at high speeds, if you go like maybe 100 or something around that, should be good. Also, the adaptive cruise control is really good. The lane assist is more like a lane leaving assist, so you don't leave the lanes. But yeah, it's good. You can see everything. The digital rearview mirror is awesome, and it doesn't feel as big as it is. It drives just like a normal Sprinter van without any differences, except for the better acceleration speeds and a bit more power off the line. I would say that's pretty much all of my thoughts for now. Let's go to our destination and see if anything more comes to my mind. I had one more thought. The one pedal driving is pretty good, but it doesn't brake until standstill. So for the last 5 kilometers an hour or so, you need to push the brake pedal, and then auto hold grabs the car or the van, and yeah, it keeps staying, and it's parking basically. And otherwise, the brake pedal tuning or the pedal tuning itself is pretty good. I do like that. Yeah, it could brake until standstill, but it doesn't. So it has automatic lights. It has high beam automatically. That's all pretty good. Yeah, I like it. So I would say that's been it for this video. I hope you liked it. And yeah, I would say that's been it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.